Hello, today I am going to embrace a little bit of chaos and I'm going to do a marble pour. So what's involved in a marble pour? I use acrylic pouring paints and I've picked out these colours. I've got Payne's Grey, Phthalo Blue, Turquoise Blue, and then we've got some metallics. This is a Sky Blue by Montmartre. Iridescent White by Liquitex Basics, one of my favourites I haven't used in a while. And this colour here I've mixed up using Amsterdam Light Gold, some Arteza Silver and some Extreme Sheen Champagne. So it's kind of a champagne-y gold. And what I'm going to do is put some puddles down and then I'm going to drop my marble in and let it swirl through the paint. So I haven't done this before, so this will be interesting. So I've watched a few videos. Fiona Art's done quite a few, and there's some other artists that have done this. I'm not sure who came up with it first. Let's do 8 puddles. It's just to give me a bit of a guide where my puddles are going. And then I'll keep a bit to fill out my outer edges. I might just form a little peak in my cup here just to make it easier to pour. And let's go the Phthalo Blue. I think the black will fill out as the colours push it further and further. Wasn't quite sure what colours to pick. Might have to make up a little bit more, I'm not sure. Hope I've got enough for the whole lot. This is, I haven't used my Montmartre metallics for a little bit, so this will be pretty. I've also got some whites on standby. I've got a swipe mix that I thought could create lacing. I doubt it though. The other thing I've got is some cloud mix, which could be interesting to try. But this colour here may actually create some kind of effect because I've added the extreme sheen. Sometimes that pops up quite a bit. Wonder where I'll start my marble. Looks kind of interesting so far. I've just freshly mixed these. I haven't done an acrylic pour for a little while, so there's lots of air bubbles, so I will have to use my torch to pop a lot of these air bubbles. Alright, so I've got enough of this blue left to drop a bit more to do another round. Maybe do the outside, I don't know. See how much we've got. Alright, let's try and get them all, even if it's just a tiny bit. Just enough. Oh, do I want to go white? Do I want to do my swipe mix? Let's just put a little bit in. Let's see. Look at the halo it's created. And then let's finish it off with this blue. All right, I'm going to take a bit out. And I might just remove those spots because I just want it a little bit neater than that. Let's torch some of those bubbles. Alright, the marble, where should I start it? Maybe I should start it on that spot there. I need to get it to go through all of these circles. It's like one of those old games that you had to keep the marble on the table and you had to tilt it. I think you had to get it to go through a maze or something. Ooh, look what happened there, because I put that white in. Can you see that? All right. I'm just a little nervous about it. Oh my god, I don't know whether that was a good idea putting in the swipe mix, but all right. Here we go. This is kind of fun, which is what it's all about, isn't it, at the end of the day? So am I happy with that? I'm going to take my marble off. I feel like I want the marble to run through there, so I'm just going to wipe it because we've got too much of a black spot here. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to stretch it. Now I'm thinking of just filling that bit as well. So let's put that here. Alright, let's finish off the black on the corners. Not sure I'm going to have enough. It's always good just to get the corners because they are the hardest part to get when you're tilting. And then I can always come over with a paintbrush later if I need to. Alright, let's do some tilting. Maybe I should go this way first since it's already kind of weighted down that end. How did I go off on the other end? There's a little bit missing there, but Cool. It's actually pretty cool. And I think I've got the composition about right. Just a few little touch-ups on the sides. Just going to grab this colour because I think that's pretty much the colour I've got to touch up on this side. I've got all my edges done quite well as well. It's nice. Alright, let's torch that because there's so many bubbles. Might have to do a few passes. The shine I think is going to look quite nice, the metallics, when it dries. Okay, so I was just torching again before I was going to bring you in, and I'd say something dropped off the bottom here onto my paint, and it's so big that it's going to ruin this section. So how can I do that? I feel like I'm going to have to drag it off maybe to get a bit of the same sort of flow. What can I do? I've got a bit of this colour left. Disguise it a little bit. What a shame. Very annoying. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to tilt that without ruining the rest. Okay, here is the wet result, and you'll have to excuse my light as if I turn them off we won't be able to see the painting. But the metallic here is really pretty. I'm looking forward to seeing how that dries. And you've just got the flow of the marble. And then of course the stretching. But I like the big blocks of the phthalo blue. And here's that bit that I had to fix. You can see the sides of, it's a bit dark there. Little bits like this. I don't know if you can see that little white dot. If you come across a bit like that, just grab a bit of your paint on your finger. Oh, where are we? A bit of paint on your finger and just touch it up like that. Yeah. A little bit of the white from the swipe mix. It has popped up a little bit, but I don't think it's really going to do much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this one dry. It always looks brighter when it's wet, but I'm curious to see if these metallics pop more when it dries. So I'll bring you back for that. Okay, this is dried, but I'm not very happy with the way it dried. There's some cracking happening through some of the paints. So what I thought I might do is get out some brushes. Thought perhaps I'll turn this into an opportunity to try doing a bit of embellishing. I've got out my super shiny extreme sheens to make a feature of it, and I haven't decided which brush to go with, so I've got a piece of paper here on the side to practice first. And I thought I'd just do like some flowy strips of paint. I might use a bit of baking paper as my palette. And let's try the champagne gold. So I really want it to start thin and then thicken out. I'll add some water. Kind of like that. I think this brush might be better. Where are we going to go? I might start through here. It's not really needed, but let's just try it. So I thickened it out a bit there. Can touch up the edge if I want. So I need to do this all over, otherwise it's not going to look right. Alright, we'll have a look at it on the wall. Okay, here is the final result, and I've put it up in portrait style to have a bit of a look at a different angle, and you can see the shine on the extreme sheen that I added after, but it has covered up the marks that were on there, so it is an option. Yeah, but the flow of this is quite nice, and it was fun using the marble. Yeah, so that was a fun little project. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are there any other acrylic pour techniques you'd like to see me do? So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.